Then there are some people, they're not stupid, they're full of shit. That doesn't take very long to spot either, does it? Take you about the same amount of time. You'll be listening to some guy and say, well, he's fairly intelligent. He's full of shit.
Let's go to some cancer. Oh God. So I'm gonna tell everybody this. I know this for a fact. This is like, I thank you for all of my commenters that, when I do a video, they actually have I know, but like, it's for the time where like it's Jiggerat, it's for the time where I just feel like I just need to see the side. And oh God, I'm ready for the summer. So okay, I'm off on the offshoot. So I know I do videos that are in some cases controversial. Now, here's the fun part about it is it's pretty clear that I don't care about when I get the shit on the right wing. I fucking don't care. It is not something that like actually causes me any fucking second thoughts. It's not something that bothers me. It's just something I do. But the fun fact is and I may do this when I come at people on the left wing or the center. Yeah, when I do the videos, I'm not. I'm cognizant of the shit that I'm doing. Like, when I talk about people like Jimmy Dore. You know what? Jimmy is like, it's kind of sad where you actually get Jimmy where he, like, you can just see, like, he's not a leftist. He's not. He's an outrage motherfucking machine. He is somebody that literally is using his platform to promote the Dore brand. And like shit like this, like, you would think if you were a leftist, you would think that if it's something where you fucking have where your point is to make sure people have a better life and not just bitch and moan and complain about certain shit, you think that you think he would be just more cognizant of the shit that he actually does and says. But let's hear some shit, and then we're gonna go over a couple of videos with him. Let's hear this shit.
So let's just get into it, because Donald Trump's account was suspended, and I want you to listen to this, and it's very informative of important to what's going to come next.
I was told that on the way over here, that he indicated he wasn't going to show up at the inauguration. One of the few things he and I have ever agreed on. It's a good thing I'm not showing up.
So Joe Biden thinks it's a good thing that he's not showing up. Donald Trump announced he wouldn't go to the inauguration, and the president-elect agreed it was a good thing. Twitter didn't. Here's what Twitter said. After a close review of recent tweets from the real Donald Trump account and the context around them, specifically how they are being received and interpreted on and off Twitter, we have permanently suspended his account due to the risk of further violence. So this is the...
So, what Twitter is literally saying, here, fun fact, on January the 6th, motherfuckers sent people to the Capitol to try to let their voices be heard. After stirring them up in a frenzy for 2 months over the election is stolen. The election is this. We literally have people who are in jail right now over a violent insurrection. And you're talking about Twitter deplatforming, excuse me, Donald Trump. That's what you're talking about, Jimmy. Let's hear you some more, man.
The tweet to the 75,000 great American patriots who voted for me, America first, and make America great again, will have a giant voice long into the future. They will not be disrespected or treated unfairly in any way, shape, or form. Now, I took that to mean he's going to run again in 2024. That's what I heard.
Fuck, Jimmy! God damn it, man! You're supposed to be a liberal. You're supposed to be a leftist. You're supposed to be a progressive. Remember you had a show on TYT, The Aggressive Progressive? How, man? How could you not see what the fuck is wrong here, Jimmy? What the fuck? Wow. He's not going to the election because he's throwing a tantrum because he's trying to get his people to believe, which he probably believes himself, after being lying so much about it, that no, it was rigged. The fuck do you mean, Jimmy? Why did you give such fucking charitability to Donald Trump, but you complain about AOC and the squad? You give so much charity to Donald fucking Trump. Let's continue.
Shortly thereafter, the president tweeted, "To all those who have asked, I will not be going to the inauguration on January 20th. And that's what Joe Biden agreed with him. Well, guess what Twitter says? These two tweets must be read in the context of broader events in the country and the ways in which the president's statements can be mobilized by different audiences, including to incite violence, as well as in the context of the pattern of behavior from this account in recent weeks."
Now, notice, if you go back, that's not how the tweet read. That's not how the tweet read. Like, the fuck? He literally added those red sentences because he wanted to enforce that, oh no, he was, they just cut him off. The fuck, dude? What the fuck? Like, how? How do you not see the broader context of what's going on? But you know what? Jimmy is a weed smoking jack off comedian that's just, this idiot that's just telling jokes. This is the reason why he's pissed off, because one, he shares a lot of his audience with motherfucking President Trump, and two, he wants to hide behind the shield of corporations just can't shut you up for saying shit. They can if you break terms of service, you fucker. Let's continue.
After assessing the language in these tweets against our glorification of violence policy, we have determined that these tweets are in violation of the glorification of violence policy, and Donald Trump should be immediately permanently suspended. So here's their assessment. They break it down for.
Again, this is a fucking edited tweet. So here, let's pull up Twitter. Don't at me. Close this. All right. Okay. I can't type. Let's see if we can pull it up. Twitter. You would think it would actually come up on their own website, but wow, you really think they would come up on their website, but it's not coming up. Let me see if I maximize it, it'd actually come up. Sorry, guys. Nope, it's not coming up. Fuck me. Let's just so this. Okay, here it goes. Now, these are nowhere near highlighted shit. So what Jimmy did was he took the actual text of this. He took the actual text of this. And this is a text that he saw, and he just copied it. And then he highlighted what he wanted to highlight it so it can sound fucking menacing. You dishonest piece of shit. Now, we go like this here. It says assessment. This is the same paragraph. Do you see anything highlighted? Jimmy is using this shit for his own fucking ends to make it seem like, oh, listen to me. I'm the motherfucking kingmaker. Listen to me. You ain't come on my show, so I'm gonna bitch and moan and complain about it.
For you, they go, we assessed that the two tweets violated their glorification of violence, blah, 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 blah. And they determined that they were highly likely to...
Wait. Read the shit, Jimmy. We assessed that the two tweets reference above under our glorification of violence policy, which aims to prevent the glorification of violence that could inspire others to replicate violent acts, and determined they were highly likely to encourage and inspire people to replicate the criminal acts that took place took place at the Capitol on January the 6th, 2021.
Encourage and inspire people to replicate the criminal acts that took place at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. Now, imagine if I made a tweet that encouraged more protests during the summer, during the Black Lives Matter, the anti-police and the George Floyd. They would say, hey, you're going to take your thing down because you're calling from... They could do that. That's what the precedent this sets.
Fuck, they're doing it already, you fucking idiot. They were doing this shit already. And here's the thing. Black Lives Matter didn't actually do a fucking insurrection. You fucking idiot. Oh my God. And it all roads lead back to fucking Jimmy Dore. Because that's all it is. It's all the roads leading back to Jimmy Dore. He's worried about his platform and his power and his money and his influence. The fuck?
The other determination is based on a number of factors, including President Trump's statement that he will not be attending the inauguration is being received by a number of his supporters as further confirmation that the election was not legitimate, and is seen as him disavowing his previous claim that there would be an orderly transition. So Joe Biden agreed with Donald Trump that he shouldn't go. He thinks it's a good thing. Twitter says they're suspending his account because of that.
No, you fucking idiot. No, that's not why they're suspending this account. No, you dishonest piece of shit. He incited a motherfucking insurrection. His ass should have been brought up on charges. It's like, okay. It's like you go in front of if you want to use his analogy, he goes in front of a Black Lives Matter protest and actually says, go burn down this shit or go do this shit. And you go afterwards online and says, I love you, you're all special, you're all perfect. They've heard your voice, now it's going home. Like, literally, that's one of the things that fucking Trump got. Like, that was one of the tweets that they brought up. Like, and this shit, like, Ziggurat, look, watch this. This was yesterday. This was fucking yesterday. This wasn't last week. This wasn't the 5th. This wasn't the 4th. This was fucking yesterday. But let's see. Let's see how Jimmy actually took the news of the Capitol from when it was being, that violent insurrection. Let's see.
p.m. And it was deleted after 29 minutes. So
let's see this.
So this is what's happening today. So Trump had tweeted this out. I don't know. I'll read this for you if you can't see it. It says the big protest rally in Washington, D.C. will take place at 11 a.m. on January 6th. Location and details to follow. Stop the steal. So that was at January 1st at 2:52 p.m. And it was
mind you, this is the day of. This is the day of.
Deleted after 29 minutes. So Twitter has been taking down the president's tweets. But this is what happened. So he called for this, and then this happened. So they showed up. Capitol on lockdown as Trump supporters breached the barricades. They breached the barricades, did they?
Yes. Yes.
By the way, look, could you ever see so many Antifa and Black Lives Matter protesters?
He's joking about this shit. He is literally joking about this shit. Mind you, he got spit spewing, unreasonably mad about a vote for Nancy Pelosi. But he is joking about this shit. He is literally taking it as a fucking joke. You know who else joked about it? You know who else thought it was funny before people started to get arrested? Charlie Kirk. You know who else? Oh, we're gonna do a video about it later. Bryson Gray. You know who else? All these motherfuckers on the fucking right wing who was gleeful about the shit. You know who was laughing about it? Donald Trump. But it's funny for you, Jimmy. It's funny because you couldn't squeeze any more money out of it. But fuck, let's continue.
So it's funny. It's like, so it was the Black Lives Matter and Antifa all summer, and now it's the Trumpers who went right to the Capitol with guns. Let's watch. As the U.S. Capitol throngs of protesters pushed past police who were trying to block them from entering the building as senators inside debated the certification of the presidential election. Some were able to breach security to successfully enter the building. So this is about that. Trump has been saying that this election has been stolen, and a lot of his followers believe it. And so that's what this is about. They're coming to get justice. And so here's some more. We're going to show you what's been going on.
He's still finding the shit funny. Wow.
So these are cops now beating on Trumpers. So remember all those Trumpers were saying how violent Black Lives Matters were and why don't you just respect the cops and what are the cops supposed to do? Of course. All right. And of course now here they are.
Now, I'm not saying you have to have outrage like I do about what was going on and the clear double standard of we actually have it where Trump cleared the fucking part of actual peaceful protesters, people that weren't fighting back, were tear gas and riot shields where they fucking smashed their camera in. But these motherfuckers who are literally carrying a Confederate flag, Nazi flags. An interesting specimen. Fuck, let's continue.
It's getting pretty violent out there. Here they are breaking into the Capitol. So you see what's going on. And people are calling on Trump to cancel this thing like it's some kind of a television show. Updates. Capitol breached by protesters. Woman shot inside. This comes as the Senate met about the election. A woman on the floor of the U.S. Capitol shot in the neck trying to breach a bar door, limp, gargling blood. It's like there's an anvil on my chest. Every horrific split second of Sarajevo in April 1992 is flashing through my mind. This is an extraordinarily dangerous moment. You want to see how the cops were actually reacting inside the Capitol? So that was just some of the cops reacting to some of the protesters. But here's the crazy stuff. You want to see it?
ACAF, 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 ACAF.
Now, it's fucking cringe. Somebody saying ACAF, all cops are friends. Fuck that. Fuck this. But, like, I've literally felt sick since Wednesday. And this motherfucker sitting back like, ooh, look. Yeah. Ooh. Maybe they'll get Nancy Pelosi. Maybe it's their fault. Like, yeah. Yeah. You think I'm joking, but let's continue.
So they're inside the Capitol. They're protesting, and the cops are doing nothing. But I don't know if you saw, the guy was taking a selfie with them.
ACAF, ACAF.
What? Now, of course, so, you know.
He thinks the shit is funny.
I don't even know what to say about that.
That's the fucked up part about it. He's smiling and
Here's the
grinning
police
about
opening
the
the gates
shit.
and letting the protesters in. You think I'm kidding? Watch this.
Police are squabbling with protesters. Oh, there we go. And they just reached the Capitol again.
The cops let him in. The cops let him in. The cops are in here taking selfies with him. Doing nothing.
ACAF, 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 ACAF.
What does ACAF mean? I wonder what that means. I'm sure it's obvious and I'm missing
fuck.
it, but I don't know understand why none of the cops are doing anything. Why aren't they cracking people's heads open? Why aren't they pepper spraying them? Why aren't they kicking them, putting their boots on their necks? Why aren't they smacking their heads against their... I mean, that's what they did all summer. We saw it.
We know why, Jimmy. You know why. Because those people have a certain type of melanin in their skin, but you know this. You know this. To pretend like you don't know this, like, God damn it, Jimmy.
You want to see it? You want to see what they did all summer? Here's the difference between how they were handling most of the protesters at the Capitol today. So on the left is Black Lives Matter protesters for the summer, and on the right is Trump protesters. The cop is bringing her down the step. And then here's what they were doing.
Let's skip ahead.
Tell me that? White privilege. White MFing privilege. That's for sure. I have authorized the federal government to arrest anyone who vandalizes or destroys any monument, statue, or other such federal property in the U.S. with up to 10 years in prison per the Veterans Memorial Preservation Act and such other laws that may be pertinent. That was in June 23rd. Mm-hmm. Look, a protester sits inside Nancy Speaker Pelosi's office. We will not back down. It's sprawled on a folder.
Listen to this.
That guy probably get more done for the people than Nancy Pelosi did. I'd like to see what that guy would do. I would let him be speaker for a while. If it was a peaceful protest, the cops would have been there. They would have had the national.
So did you hear that bullshit? Like in the moment where they tried to fucking do insurrection to our country, this motherfucker says
that guy probably get more done for the people than Nancy Pelosi did. I'd like to see what that guy would do. I would let him be speaker for a while.
So I'm gonna say this, and I don't give a fuck at all. Fucking, I want to say this, and let me just pull everything up. Nope, not it. Let's see. If you're a Jimmy Dore fan and you think that Jimmy is right, fuck off. Fuck completely off. Because he's not a liberal. He's not somebody that's fighting for the progressive cause. You know what Jimmy Dore is? Jimmy Dore is a fucking loser that's all about the code of fucking Jimmy Dore. And I want you motherfuckers to come at me. Because when he smiles and grins, talking about how the left is worse than the right, I'm going to point you to January the 6th, 2021. Now,